Now that the regular firearm seasons are closed, we focus on learning which of the bucks we were hunting during the bow season are still alive. But unfortunately, the weather doesn't cooperate. The late season kicks off with above average temperatures. Despite this fact, Jared Mills wastes no time heading back to the river farm on the evening of December 23rd. After checking his Cudde Link cameras, Jared finds what he was hoping for. The buck called Marino is still alive.
It's December 23rd, and finally the shotgun seasons are over here in Iowa, so we get to hunt again. It feels good to be back in a tree. The only problem is it's super warm. We're close to 25 degrees above our average temperatures for this time of year. It's in the 50s right now, which is the exact opposite of what you want this time of year. But we couldn't stay out of the woods. It's been too long. I was too anxious to get back in a tree, so Josh and I are giving it a shot tonight. It's going to be a quick hunt. We weren't in any hurry just because of the expected late deer movement with how warm it is. We've got a couple deer moving already. The thought process tonight is to hunt the greens with again, those warmer temperatures. Historically, I've seen deer prefer the greens this time of year when it's warm like this, so we got some big and beastie, probably 100 yards away. And there's some sorghum and some cut corn over here. Hopefully we can lay our eyes on something. This is the same stand that I encountered Marino out of, so he's the primary target tonight. We'll see what happens. No, but I can, you can look way back there and see more. Way back. What deer is that? The buck that's in the back. Yep, that's Marino. Oh man, that's a long ways for him to come. It's Marino coming right at us. That's Marino walking right straight into our field. Come on, buddy.
Makes me wish you had like an Astros can.
I know, it's sitting next to my grunt call in my office. We need something crazy like that, like clear the field this way.
Unfortunately, Marino feeds across the field until the end of legal shooting time. With deer all around, the guys stay hidden in the tree until well past dark. The following evening, Mike Reed also decides to head out for a quick hunt on the river farm. He too is targeting the same deer. Mike decides to set up closer to where Jared saw the buck step out of cover the evening before.
Well, that was a lot of action in a short amount of time. I think I probably had 20 to 30 deer come out. But Marino was in the bunch. The closest he got was probably 170 yards. A lot of the deer were working their way, or a group of them worked their way down along the edge here into the field, and the rest of them went ahead. He actually kind of stayed far out, closer to the river. But when the deer started running, they all kind of ran back into the peninsula. Very enjoyable sit. And hopefully Jared or I can get Marino down before the end of the year.
Over the next few days, many members of our team make it out to hunt, including myself. I choose to sit in a redneck blind that overlooks a sorghum patch I planted this past summer. The goal is to find out how effective the sorghum is as a late-season food source. I don't know how many deer were out in front of the blind there. It must have been about 12 to 15. We had 3 or 4 different does. Finally, that one turned and gave me a shot. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be planting, or I'm going to be planting a bunch of sorghum on this farm next year. This has been working really, really good for us. On the evening of December 26th, Jared Mills turns his attention to the big 10-pointer that he hunted around the picked cornfield several times during November. With team member Kaleb Greiner behind the camera, the 2 hunters choose to sit in a redneck hay bale blind that Jared slid into place only 3 days earlier.
I can see 7 deer right now. Don't do that. Oh, there he is. There he is, right there, behind him. Yes. Tell me when he looks okay. Come on, big boy. The problem is, they're walking right towards the cornfield. The cornfield's up there. Alright, yet another close call, as you could see. Like we were just one move away from getting a shot at that deer. He must have been with the hot doe, because you obviously saw him come out chasing her, and they disappeared over the hill. And we had a bunch of deer come down feeding right by us, right by that blind. Like I said, I put that blind up on Monday, and they could have cared less. I mean, there's a couple of them looking, they're catching our movement a little bit inside, but as far as the blind itself, they were perfectly relaxed feeding by that hay bale blind most of the night. We'll just kind of play it by ear, day by day. Gonna warm up a little bit again, but hopefully eventually we'll get that cold weather that really make these deer need to feed, and then I think our chances will go up. So gonna keep at it. Fun to see him again though.
3 days later, on the evening of December 29th, Drake Lamb is back in southern Iowa with his muzzleloader in hand. With a buck tag finally in his pocket, Drake decides to head to the CRP farm just outside of town. This is where Drake was hunting a giant 10-pointer during the earlier bow season.
Well, it is December 29th, and I finally have a buck tag in my pocket again for Iowa. It's been rough sitting out for the last month and a half, 2 months, but nonetheless, I'm here on this big CRP permission farm that I've got, and I'm in here after one deer in particular. I've been getting pictures of him all year. I think back to October, but I tagged out on the 4th of November, but he showed up right in there daylight all the time, and I think the last daylight picture I have of him when I checked cards was December 2nd, I think. So that was right before the gun season, but I know he made it through gun season because I've been running camera on the south part of this farm, and I've been picking him up here as of late, so I know he's still alive. He's not really showing any daylight activity, which is I kind of expect to clear down on that south end, but I'm way up in here on the north end, where I think I've got a 50-50 chance of him bedding up on this ridge where he can see everything. I think I got him clean, so got a west wind. It seems like all the deer bed up here on this ridge and filter out. I've got corn back behind me, so I don't know. I mean, it rained all day yesterday, so I expect good deer movement, but it is pretty windy tonight. But it's been super warm here lately, and I mean, the chances of me seeing this deer is probably pretty slim, but don't know if you don't go, so I don't know. We're gonna settle in and see what happens tonight.
While Drake waits in the tree line, Jared Mills is back on the river farm, heading to the property's legendary pinch.
Alright, it's 3 o'clock now, afternoon, December 29th. It's taken a lot longer than anticipated to get all set up. We hung 2 stands, and we walked in real slow to hopefully not spook anything. And then this tree was just a little bit awkward. I wanted to hang the stands. There's just no cover in here. It's late season, obviously. And this is a split trunk tree, so I wanted to hang cameraman stand and hunter on the back sides of these trunks from where I expect the deer to come from. We're hunting this little narrow little pinch. It's actually turkeys walking through the grass. It's actually the same tree that Mike shot that prodigy buck out of, but we've both hunted it multiple times. This has always been a good spot to catch MARINO. We've had a lot of pictures of him over the past few years in this spot. So we'll see. It's an aggressive move for sure, but the season is winding down, and I think it gives us our best chance to kill him with a bow anyways before he gets out into the more open area, this little pinch point. They're gonna go all the way out by the home camera. Man, so close tonight yet again. But that was a fun hunt. That's what I love about bow hunting late season, but that's also the biggest challenge is that many deer, and you have two guys in the tree with really not much cover. At one time, I'm not sure if the camera's going to do it any justice, but at one time I bet we had 15-20 deer inside of bow range. And we were doing pretty good, staying hidden up until the time where Bob, that 5 or 6-year-old deer, came in. And that's the deer that Grant's had the green light on all year. So we decided to switch, where Grant was going to pick up his bow from the backside of the tree and hand me the camera. And unfortunately, by the time we did get fully switched and I got the camera in my hands, Bob was already at like 23 yards and basically facing our tree, severely quartering to. So it wasn't a good shot for Grant. And he unfortunately just never offered a good opportunity after that. He turned and wheeled with the rest of the deer once they got too nervous to stick around any longer. So, but we do have good weather coming in. We're going to stay after these bucks. No Marino tonight, but I know he's still in the area. So cold front coming tonight, and hopefully we can put one on the ground soon.
Back on the edge of the big grass field, Drake is still waiting for the action to begin.
Nowhere. That's him. That's him. Oh my gosh. That's the biggest deer I've ever shot. I don't know, I don't think I got it on footage, but he came across the CRP. That's the one deer that I was in here for. I've had neighbors shooting back there all afternoon. I was just sitting here. I'm just like, well, if, you know, you don't, like I said earlier, I said, you don't know if you don't go. And that's the deer I've been in here after all season. Had pictures of him. Man, this is insane. I just, I got a wild hair. I finished the show. Bill was gonna hunt and then he didn't. I finished the show, got rushed out here. I just don't even know what to say, man. That's insane. That's the one deer I was in here after. I'm gonna call somebody. Hopefully call Josh. Hopefully he'll come recover this deer with me, but this is insane. Man, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to go up there, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get all my stuff, get out of here. And I could not be happier. I mean, I watched him go down. He's less than 50 yards up there in CRP. Boom, there he is. Look at this deer. Look at this deer. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say, man. I mean, that's insane. Biggest deer of my life. I've never killed a deer this big, and to have pictures of a deer and to finally kill him is just crazy, because I've had pictures of big deer all the past couple of years and just never been able to get on them, but I just don't even know what to say. I mean, just insane. Like I said, I said in that interview, I said, you don't know if you don't go, and I went and we found out. But man, I'm just pumped. This is an awesome way to end my 2019 season here in Iowa.
Drake Lamb and Jared Mills aren't the only team members hunting on the evening of the 29th. Kaleb Greiner is trying to finally fill a tag of his own after helping many others to success this past season.
Well, good evening, guys. It is December 29th. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Happy birthday to Collins. He's behind the camera today, and we are down at the River Bottom Farm. Collins and I have had quite a few really good encounters with a lot of really good deer on this farm, and actually the deer we're in after today is the old 10. Collins had an opportunity at that deer here about a month ago in the rut, but he made it through gun season, and we actually encountered him here 2 nights ago. And where he was is actually exactly where we're at tonight. So we have a southwest wind. He's coming out from the river bottom, so it's a perfect wind. Hopefully he should be coming out to this corn back behind us. So hopefully he reads the script twice and he steps out here tonight.
40. There's another one coming in.
Dude, 5 years. I haven't filled a buck tag in 5 years. We had deer like 3 steps in front of us. And they didn't know they didn't even know we were here. Oh my gosh. We're sitting on the ground. Dude. I can't believe we just did that.
Well, we just linked back up with the guys and got the deer in some better lighting, and I think the best way to describe how I feel right now is just at a loss for words. As I said earlier, I haven't harvested a buck in 5 years. It seems crazy to think about it, but so after the shot and everything, I was just, there's so many different feelings. Words can't describe how I feel right now. Growing up, when Collins and I were in high school and whatnot, we used to always watch a show and always dreamed about an opportunity like this. And for the opportunity to come together tonight, I'm just at a loss for words.
But Marino was in the bunch. Hopefully Jared or I can get Marino down before the end of the year.
But we do have good weather coming in. We're going to stay after these bucks. No Marino tonight, but I know he's still in the area. So cold front coming tonight, and hopefully we can put one on the ground soon.
Like I said, I said in that interview, I said, you don't know if you don't go. And I went and we found out.
Dude. I can't believe we just did that. I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless, dude.
The buck called Marino is showing a lot of daylight movement, and Mike and Jared focus on coming up with a plan to finally tag the river bottom legend. Drake Lamb shot his best buck ever, making a memory that will last a lifetime. And Kaleb Greiner finally got the opportunity he's waited for, tagging his first buck in 5 years. With cold temperatures in the forecast, those of us with tags remaining begin to feel the urgency. The season's close is right around the corner, and the next week may be our only good chance for another 9 months. The pressure is on and we welcome it, because as long as the sign says open, we will be shopping. Soon it will be all over, and we will have only the memories and a distant hope of the day when we will once again be chasing November.